guys, May here, and today I'm doing something that hopefully I will be doing a lot more of in the future. I'm doing an album review, and the album I'm reviewing today is TVXQ's 7th full-length album, and it's called Tense, and it's super good. I'm going to talk about all the songs and the music video and the concept overall, and just rate it out of 10 years that TVXQ's been together. The first song is called 10 or 10 Years, and obviously it's a song for Cassie's. It's kind of like Cassie's version of From You by Super Junior, which was for Elves. It's celebrating their 10th anniversary, obviously, 10 years. They've been together for 10 years. This is kind of SM's way of celebrating, is releasing this new album, because everywhere, all the teasers and all the teaser photos, it's been saying 7th full-length album and 10th year anniversary. So it's kind of a new album plus celebration of 10 years together. The song in general for 10 years is slow. It's like From You by Super Junior, like I said. It's about that same pace. It showcases their vocals. Very pretty. The only thing that really bothers me about the song is the countdown. Counts from 10 to 1 in the background. It gets annoying. It's basically like fighting with Changmin and Yuno's voices for like the person who's listening to it attention. It's annoying and it's too loud. Maybe if it was quieter I would like it more, but gotta dock points for that. It just keeps going from the beginning of the song all the way to the end of the song. Once they stop singing, it finishes its countdown and then the song is over. So it's like, it never ends. Anyways, I love Changmin's voice here. Super pretty. I love his voice anyways, but I really love his voice in the song. So I give this song 7 out of 10. The next song is Something, and if you don't know that song, then I don't even know why you're watching this, because that is the title track. Besides the weird English in this song, I really like it. The English doesn't really make sense with the rest of the lyrics. The English that is repeated throughout is she's got that something. The rest of the lyrics talk about how she's missing something, how she's like not like up to their levels, and it made me kind of think of like, you know, the classic like rich guy falls for poor girl kind of drama. Like, not necessarily that they're saying they're rich and the girl is poor, but like she's not the kind of girl that they usually hang out with, while other girls just go up to them and say, I like you, you're like an idol, you're gorgeous, whatever. And this girl just kind of hasn't, and so they do talk about how she's missing something, but like, I was thinking, why would they make an entire song about this girl who's missing something? Obviously she's got their attention, so they kind of are like focusing on her. So I guess I don't really know what to think of that, but I really do like the song. It's very upbeat, it's very jazzy, it's very fun. The whole theme of this album was the jazz pop, bringing jazz into modern pop music. That's kind of the whole concept they were going for, and it's definitely shown in this music video with the people playing the instruments in the background, and they have all the old cars and the old sets, and they're wearing outfits kind of from like that time. And by the way, speaking of outfits, really like their outfits in this concept. They're so normal. They're not bright, weird colors. We're wondering where part of this piece of clothing went to or what's like on it. It's not completely normal because this is SM we're talking about, but like it's better than usual. Whoever picked out the outfits for this concept must be a new worker, because literally I've never seen them dressed so normally. I didn't like the whispering at the beginning of the song at first when I first started listening to the song, but now I really do like it. There really is nothing about the song I dislike, so 10 out of 10 for the song. Music video, I like that they're like kind of in a palacey mansion kind of place. Like it's different than usual SM boxes with sound effects kind of music video. It's different. I like that it's different. I feel like SM is exploring more with their music videos now, and I'm really happy about that, because they get so much crap for using boxes literally all the time. I love the girls in the pictures of the wall. They're white girls, by the way, which is interesting for SM. We've been seeing more and more like different race background dancers, which is really cool. But I really like the fact that they're in the painting. I think that's really cool, and I like how they go into the painting at the end. Cool way to end the music video. I love the scenes with the floating instruments too, where Changmin and Yuna are dancing and floating instruments are like just moving around them. I didn't care for the dance break much, but besides that, I really like the music video, and the dance break is really only in live performances. So yeah, I like the choreography with the ropes too. And that's basically all I have to say about the music video. Great music video. Number 3 on the album is called Your Man, and this was an instant like on this album for me. It's fun, it still has that jazzy feel, which I'm really glad they continued using, and the chorus is a tiny bit forgettable, but not completely, just because this seems almost like a filler track. I had to dock it a couple of points, but the breakdown at the 2-minute mark is really, really, really pretty, and I really like it. So I gave this song an 8 out of 10. Moonlight Fantasy, you think it's going to be the first ballad on the album, but it's not. At the 30-second mark, those trumpets kick in and the song picks up very, very quickly. I find it similar to Your Man in the sense that it's jazzy and fun and like upbeat, but it's much more powerful than Your Man. You can also hear record scratching, which makes it a bit more modern, and they're having that whole jazzy modern thing in it. Hand clapping part at 2:30 is so much fun. I love jamming out to the song. I downloaded it already. It's just, I love this song. One of my faves. 10/10. Number 5 is Beside, and Beside is a more subtle song on the album. It's very sensual, almost, at some parts. I really, really like this song. After 3 upbeat songs in a row, you're really kind of tired of just upbeat, 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 and this is still not a ballad, but it's calmer, and it's like, okay, so now we get to listen to something a little bit different. It has a wonderful, wonderful breakdown. If the breakdown is good in the song, then I'm going to love the song. That, and if it has acoustic guitar, automatic likes for me. I feel like there's a cowbell in the background, or something similar to a cowbell. It sounds like one, and it's really pretty. Once again, there's trumpets, which give it the jazzy feel that it's supposed to, and it's still continuing in the album this far through. I was actually really, really impressed with SM for doing that. And the song ends with whistling, which is a really cool way to end the song, and I really liked that, even though usually I don't like songs with whistling because I can't whistle, so it makes me like feel like I can't join in that part of the song, but I really liked how they ended it with whistling. 9 out of 10 for that song. Number 6 is Double Trouble, and I was like, oh my god, this song gets points just for its name. I love it. I love the name. But it doesn't get points for much else. We're back with upbeat songs. There's a lot of Chungmin screaming in this one, which is very, very nice. And I don't really like the bass in the background, though. I'm not a fan of the chorus, which if you don't like the chorus of a song, you're not really gonna like the song very much. The verses aren't bad. It's the first song that Yuno raps in this entire album, and I don't like it. And I was so sad that I didn't like it because I love Yuno's rapping. But oh my god, it was so bad. I don't even know how to describe how bad it was. It was just bad. And then right after his rap, there's like random dubstep, and I'm like, what is even going on in this song? It ends strongly though with Chungmin yelling, "Come on," and I like the way that it ends, so it gets points for that as well. Somebody said in the comments section of the video when I was listening to the audio that it reminds them of SHINee's Hitchhiking from their Dreamgirl album. I can see that. And I did not like Hitchhiking, which is probably why I don't like this song. It probably has a similar producer. No, I don't like it. 3 out of 10 for that song. Worst song on the album in my opinion. Number 7 is Off-Road, and the beginning of this is like dramatic, and it has piano in the background, and it's wonderful. That's not what the rest of the song sounds like, but the beginning just like made me really interested after listening to my least favorite song on the album. I was like, oh wow. This is a good song. It's another quieter song, but it's not a ballad. The song is gorgeous with the piano, and there's violin in it, and it's just, if you listen to one song on this album besides Something, listen to Off-Road. Wow, just such a great song. It has a wonderful beat. I love the verses. The lyrics go ba 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 like really, really quick, and then they'll slow down for the second part of the verse, and it's like, I really like the way it does that. Yeah, definitely another favorite of mine on this album. 10 out of 10 for this song. Number 8 is Smoky Heart, and finally we have a ballad. It's the 8th track, which is interesting. Yuno has like no music behind him. I mean, he does, but it's very, very light at the beginning of the song, which is super, super pretty, and it works really, really well. And it slowly, the back music builds, and it gets louder and louder until you get to the chorus. Not that it's like super loud when you get to the chorus, but it's loud enough that you're like, alright, nice. And then it kind of does the same thing for the second verse, and it's interesting to listen to. It's a very emotional song with Chungmin hitting a lot of high notes in this song, and both boys showing off their very clean, powerful vocals. Their voices sound so clean. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just smooth and clean, and like you can tell they're good singers. The song ends with the boy's voice is muffled a little bit, and there's a little bit of piano in the background as well, which is so good. It's such a good ballad. I'm very, very impressed. I don't like ballads usually, but I was very impressed. 8 out of 10 for this ballad. I was like, wow, how can ballads get any better than that? And then I listened to the 9th track, which is Love Again, and it's another ballad, and I was like, is the second half of this album like gonna be all ballads? Because I don't like when albums do that. I like to have like a few upbeat songs, a slow song, a couple more upbeat songs. Like, I like to have that little change, but it's not. Just wait, it's not. This song is slightly more upbeat than Smoky Heart, but it's still a ballad. Their voices, once again, sound wonderful. Like, wow, so great. There's this really cool drum in the background that it's like an African kind of drum. It's just really good, and I really like it. I like Yuno's voice more in this one. If you haven't been able to tell, I am kind of iffy with Yuno's voice. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I really don't, and so I really, really like his voice in this song. Also in Love Again, he tries rapping for the second time in this album and it works this time. Made me so happy. Changmin screams his heart out at the end, which is lovely. It kind of reminds me of an old DB5K song, just like not completely but like a little bit. And it's interesting because it's like their 10th year anniversary album, and it's like you get to listen to, it reminds you of when the 5 of them were together. It's the kind of song that I feel like they would have sung when they were all together. So yeah, this song gets a 9 out of 10. Very, very, very good ballad. Number 10 is Step In. And from the title, I was expecting an upbeat song, and it's about the same pace as Beside. There's a little rapping in the chorus and whispering, which is super sexy. I was like, wow, this is gonna be one of my favorites. And then there was the waving sheet of metal. Oh, it's so bad. Do you know what that sound sounds like? The waving sheet of metal, that wobbling kind of noise. That is throughout this entire song. I didn't really notice it until the second half of the song, and then once I noticed it, I could not stop listening to it. I've tried listening to the song again, and I can't. I really can't, because all I hear is the sheet metal, and it makes me so sad because Yuno raps in this song again, 3rd time on this album, and it's super sexy. And I do like the song, but the reason I didn't download it was because sheet metal, no. This gets a 6 out of 10 for SM's weird effects in the song. Track number 11 is Rise, and it is the slowest ballad. There's no sheet metal in the song, so I was very happy about that. It's a song that is very, very pretty, but for me it's not a repeater. Like I said, don't like ballads. It's a traditional ballad. It's just soft and pretty, and their vocals sound wonderful, but if I bought this album physically, I would probably listen to it a couple times, be like, wow, that's a pretty song, and then never listen to it again. Sorry. This gets a 6 out of 10 just because it's a ballad. The final song, which is not that popular, I actually had a hard time finding it, is Always With You. It's a 12th track on the album. It's a very happy, upbeat song, and I feel like it's for like a drama OST. Like, that's just kind of the feeling I get from it. I'm very happy that they ended the album with an upbeat song. I hate it when albums end with ballads. Why would you save a ballad for last? Maybe people who like ballads at the end of the album. I like them in the middle of the album, so we start strong and we finish strong. Like I said, this song sounds like an OST. I can totally see this song in a drama. It's a solid song, not a downloader for me. Just maybe if I had watched a drama with this song in it, I probably would download it by the end of the drama. But the song, just because it's on an album, no. The slowdown at 250 is probably my favorite part because after that part, they both hit high notes at the same time. And wow, that's great. They do it a couple of times actually. So this song gets a 7 out of 10. So overall, this album gets a 7.75 out of 10. I thought this was a pretty solid album for TVXQ. Their last album, I was not impressed with at all. And I'm very, very happy that this album is a lot better because I usually like TVXQ's albums a lot. And that's the reason I didn't buy their last album, was because I was like, I like literally nothing on this album. The jazz concept that they were going for was seen through the first part of the album, but once we started hitting ballads, it kind of disappeared. Some of my favorites from this album that I would recommend for you to go listen to: Something, Your Man, Moonlight Fantasy, Beside, Smoky Heart, Love Again, and Off-Road. And then I guess Always With You, just because if you like those OST kinds of songs, that's definitely a song for you. Songs I would not recommend: Double Trouble, Rise, and maybe Steppin'. I'm very, very on the fence with this one. I don't know exactly how I feel about it yet. Anyways, happy 10th anniversary, TVXQ and JYJ. I hope to see many more albums from you guys for a very, very long time because you guys can't go anywhere. You guys are so great. They're like Shinhwa. I just want them to keep releasing albums for like ever. Go to the army, come back, release more albums. So that's my second, technically, album review that I've ever done. And so it's probably not the best album review. I'm sure they'll get better. If you want to recommend an album for me to listen to, try to make it semi-recent. Doesn't have to be like within the past couple of weeks, but like I'd say from maybe August, September of 2013 forward, just so we can stay kind of recent. And I really do want to review B1A4's newest album when that comes out. So if you guys are interested in that, do let me know. I'll probably review it anyways, but let me know if you're interested in that and if you have any other albums you want me to review. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye. Just so you guys know, I have a Twitter that I'm now using, so you can follow me at, I think it's Maygirl0523, and you can also friend me on my new Facebook. That's especially for people who are subscribed to my channel. And I have a Tumblr, as most of you know, so you can go subscribe to those things, or follow me, or friend me, or whatever it is you do on those websites. So you guys should do that. Yeah. See you later. Bye.